All right. Hello, everybody. All right. I am going to make myself a little, there we go. Okay. So I just wanted to thank everybody. I know, Lisa, I'm going to have you just kind of do a little welcome, if you would, to everybody
Yeah,
before we get started.
absolutely. So, welcome everybody to our call tonight where we're going to talk about healthy eating and also talk about Juice Plus and the changes that some of us have seen in our lives since we have started taking Juice Plus. So, I met Dawn through marching band. Our daughters twirled together in marching band, and she introduced me to Juice Plus in March of 2023. And because I said to her, you know what, like my belly hurts every day. Every day I have like gut pain. And do you think that Juice Plus might help? And she's like, yeah, absolutely. And she told me what it did for her. So after only taking the fruit and veggie capsules for a couple of weeks, I noticed that my gut pain was pretty much gone, and I was spending way less time in the bathroom. Like things were just like better all around in my gut. And so after being on the product for a year, I decided that I should sign up to be a partner, and that way, get the discount and be able to share it with my family. So that's my Juice Plus story.
Okay. I love that. Thanks for sharing and for kind of getting us here together tonight, Lisa. So I'm Karen Orlowski, and I met Lisa through Dawn and Milena in South Florida. And thankfully, we got to meet this summer, so that's fun. But this is definitely a business where, I mean, I have team all around the country, and some of them I've never met. So I do get excited when I do get to meet them. So I live in Georgia. I was in South Florida, and I do go back to visit. Actually, I'm going to be back there in October. So I'm so blessed to be able to share this information with you all tonight. This is something that I learned 19 years ago when I was pregnant with my son. And I will say I did not have a healthy upbringing. I'll tell you a little bit about my story. My mom was a nurse, so it was more about treatment. It wasn't about prevention. Instead of if I had a stomach ache, I was given Pepto-Bismol. Nobody took a look at I'm gonna mute whoever who has, and let's see, hold on. There we go. Okay. So we are nobody took a look at, oh my gosh, you have got, a stomach ache. Let's take sorry now I'm let's take Pepto-Bismol instead of let's get rid of the soda. Let's get rid of, the food that you're eating, the junk that you're eating. So I'm excited to have you guys learn this information tonight. Um, okay, we may have computer issues tonight. Hopefully not. All right, so and now this is in my way with the Zoom information. So 1 in 4 people will die of heart disease, 1 in 3 of cancer, 1 in 3 of diabetes, 1 in 5 children is obese. We have a society that unfortunately, with as much money as we are putting into healthcare and medical care, we are getting sicker and sicker. We are not getting healthier and healthier every single year. We have American Cancer Society and all these, American Heart Association and Diabetes Association, yet the numbers are just getting worse. So, we need to take a look at something different. We need to do something different. Isn't that the perfect definition of insanity, right? You keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So why are we so unhealthy? Lifestyle habits, food quality is decreasing 70%. This is really interesting. 60 to 70% of what we're eating is processed foods. That means it's coming in a box. It has a label, and it was man-made. About 80 to 90% of your grocery store, 80 to 85% of your grocery store wasn't there 100 years ago. So these are foods that we shouldn't be eating. It should be like birthday party foods. We should be eating them when it's a party, but not every day, not sustaining life on them. About 20% of what we're eating every day is animal proteins, and only 10% is what we should be eating. So we're eating 50 to 80% less, and there's 50 to 80% less nutrition in the produce that we're eating. let's see. Okay, so what I've got this in the way. I'm sorry on my Zoom. The little box with all the pictures keeps getting in the way of all the words. So what can we do to be healthier? And I know that we kind of know this, you know, a lot of people know we need to exercise every day. And what does that look like? It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go run a marathon or train for a marathon, right? You can go out for a walk, you can walk the dog, you can ride a bike, you can go swimming. Get up and just move. You want to try and do 30 minutes a day at least, and 5 days a week. Sleeping 7 to 8 hours, which is my challenge for sure. Managing stress, drinking water, half of your body weight in ounces every day. So I'll let you guys do that math. You know, it's a lot of water. Most of us are not drinking enough water, and that's going to impact, you know, constipation and so many different issues. Our body is, I think it's 78% water. So we need water. And eating real food. We kind of talked about that a little bit in the previous slide. So why eat real food? Dr. Sears said that 75% of chronic disease is preventable through good nutrition. You know, what if we told you that you had a 75% chance of winning in Vegas? You'd be like, that's amazing. I'm going to Vegas. So what if we told you that there's a 75% chance that you can prevent disease that maybe even people in your family, heart disease, other diseases, autoimmune, and maybe not even get them if you changed your lifestyle? So how do fruits and vegetables protect us? So the bad news is it's oxidative stress. So as we even are just sitting here, we don't even have to be doing anything bad, right? Doesn't have to include alcohol or exercising or what. Just sitting here, our bodies create oxidative stress, which is aging. It causes aging and disease. And you know that because whenever you've cut an apple or if you've cut avocado or a banana, it starts to brown. That's oxidative stress. Oxidative stress creates free radicals, and the free radicals damage the cells. We have billions of cells in our body, and it's, imagine they're like a punching bag. The free radicals are trying to do like a punching bag on our cells. And so the good news is we have access to antioxidants to help protect those cells from the oxidative stress. Antioxidants come in the form of fruits and vegetables. The problem is we're not eating enough every day to really protect us. So that picture, what I love is that's an example of, on the left side, it's not protected. On the right side, what they did is they put a little bit of lemon juice on there. And what does lemon juice has? It has some of the antioxidants, and it protects it from going bad. Now it's going to go bad, but it's going to slow it. So what if we could slow aging and disease? You know, wouldn't that be amazing? So we need 7 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables every single day. Kids need, and when I say kids, I mean up to the age of 12, because our kids in general are just, they're taller, they weigh more, they're just bigger than they used to be, you know, bigger kids. Women need 9 servings of fruits and vegetables a day, and men need 13 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. So I don't know about you, but there's some days that I can do that, but most days it's really incredibly hard. I'm running around, I'm busy. A lot of us either don't like the vegetables, they're getting so expensive. It would be really expensive to eat 9 different servings of fruits and vegetables a day. And men 13. I usually get men that look at me like there's no way. So what is a serving? A serving is a half a cup of some hard vegetables, like if you did broccoli or carrots or something like that, and then a full cup of green leafy vegetables. It's a medium-sized apple, you know, medium-sized orange, things like that. But the other thing too that you have to do is not just eat, let's say, you know, 9 cups of broccoli. You need to eat the rainbow. We need to eat a variety of all the different fruits and vegetables, because whatever is in the red produce, like a tomato, is different than what's in blueberries, and it's different than what's in kale, and it's different than what's in a yellow pepper. So we need to eat a wide variety of fruits and vegetables every day. So why fruits and vegetables instead of a multivitamin? We are bombarded by the doctors, TV on, you know what, you don't eat right, it's okay, just take a multivitamin. So number one, we do not have a vitamin deficiency. There's only 13 known vitamins. We have a whole food deficiency. We're not getting enough whole food nutrition from fruits and vegetables. So if you see the picture on the left next to the apple, that is one of 25 pages of what's in an apple. An apple has about 10,000 ingredients, which is called phytonutrients, plant nutrients. They think that blueberries, I forget what it is, blueberries has something like close to 20,000. They are one of the most nutritious foods you can eat. Broccoli has like 13,000. So when we take a multivitamin that maybe has, 15, 20 different ingredients, you're missing the thousands of phytochemicals that are naturally occurring in the fruits and vegetables. And it just doesn't work. You can't take vitamin C and expect it to work the same as it does when it's in the orange. It's also, my joke is kind of like you've got some guy named Bob and making that vitamin C. Your body doesn't recognize it because it is synthetic and it's isolated. It's like a symphony at the orchestra. When you go there, you don't want just the brass section playing. You need everything playing for it to really work. Okay, so Juice Plus, I kind of shared a little bit about my story, not a whole lot, but the way I grew up, it was all about treatment. And that's kind of how our society is. It's how the medical system works, unfortunately. And I'm going to tell you that there is a place for the medical system. I'm not totally trashing the medical system because on July 30th, I fractured my ankle. Guess what? I didn't go run to the store and get more fruits and vegetables, right? I needed a doctor. I needed the x-ray. I needed the medical system. But there's so many things. There's a lot of people that are on, maybe they have autoimmune, they have high blood pressure. I know for me, my story was allergies and asthma, digestive issues I had migraines. I grew up pretty sick throughout my whole life for as long as I can remember. I was adopted. My birth mother had allergies and asthma, cardiovascular issues, and some other things. So I had a lot of different health issues. And besides that, I didn't really connect the two to where I wasn't eating enough fruits and vegetables. And my mom, of course, tried to get me to eat fruits and vegetables, but I was the typical kid where I wanted the fun foods. People want fun foods. They taste better to us, and especially to kids. And so it wasn't until I was 35 years old that my friend introduced me to Juice Plus, and I was pregnant with my son. So that's what made me more open to listening. I find that people are more open to, making health changes if they've got some health concerns going on, or maybe they're pregnant and they're more concerned like me about the little one that they're carrying than, themselves. So a lot of times there's a reason that we're like, oh my gosh, I need to make changes. So what was interesting is I got started on Juice Plus. I didn't have a big belief. I didn't understand why Juice Plus, which is fruits and vegetables, was going to work better than vitamins because I was raised on vitamins. And I had been on all kinds of allergy medication, prescription medication, the asthma, all of the stuff. And by the end of the pregnancy, I realized that I didn't need any of that medication anymore. And in May, it was 20 years since I'd been on any of that, which is remarkable. So that may not be your story. You may not have allergies or asthma. I know that Dawn, I'm going to have Dawn at the end share a little bit about her story. So, fruits and vegetables in general, when you eat them, they go inside your body and they're able to pinpoint what needs help in your body and, what needs to be healed. So for me, it was my gut and it was my immune system. Because your gut, and we're going to talk just briefly about that, but your gut is so important. I'm now starting to talk more and more about this, where your gut, 70 to 80% of your immune system starts in your gut. 90% of your serotonin starts in your gut. So if you do not have a healthy gut, then you cannot be healthy. And what feeds the gut? What feeds all the bacteria in our gut, right? You have good bacteria and bad bacteria. Whenever you take an antibiotic, right, it kills everything and you need to build that back up again. So what feeds your bacteria in your gut is prebiotics. Guess where prebiotics come from? Fruits and vegetables. If you are not feeding your gut the prebiotics that it needs, then your gut still needs to eat. The bacteria are not going to just die, right? They're going to still be like, well, I'm hungry. They start to eat the lining of your gut. And then you end up getting leaky gut and other problems. So you need to feed them to be healthy. And omegas are hugely important for the gut and for brain and for joints and for eye and for brain and for skin. But really, your brain is 60% fat. We're going to go over that just for a second. And your gut needs the healthy fats to be able to absorb the fat soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K. So just in the last year, we've been focusing a lot more on the gut, because if you can get your gut healthier, then you're on the track to getting everything healthier. So how is Juice Plus made, right? It doesn't make, to me, it didn't make sense. I'm like, I don't really understand how this is different than a vitamin. So it is fruits and vegetables. We partner with family farmers. So if it's a farmer that's growing kale, he's growing kale just for Juice Plus. He's not growing kale for anybody else. So we get to dictate how he grows that kale, how everything does. And we use the entire kale plant. We use the stalk or the stem that nobody really eats. We use all of it. We harvest it at the peak of ripeness. We quick freeze it to prevent the loss of all the nutrients. We pulverize the produce, so it's not really like juicing, it's different. We dry it at a low temperature to remove the water, and it's at a low temperature so it does not damage all the live enzymes and all the phytochemicals. And then we put those powders into vegan capsules or soft chewables that you see in the picture. So Juice Plus is unique. You guys can read a lot of the details on here while I kind of just briefly talk about it. We talked about it's not a food vitamin, it's a multivitamin. It has a food label. It is NSF certified. I don't know if any of you guys have heard about NSF certification. It is National Sanitation Foundation, and they test all kinds of products. Like our dishwasher has an NSF label on there. Well, what's great for Juice Plus, and check if you're taking any products, see if it has the NSF label on there, because they check to make sure that what's on the label is actually in that product. Because there's a lot of products out there that if they don't have that, back in 2000, and it was a while ago, like 20 years ago, Oprah worked with consumerlabs.com and they tested like 400 products and only 7 passed for having in the product what was on the label. So you've got, manufacturers that can put whatever they want in there and then put whatever they want on the label. And nobody's testing it, right? The FDA doesn't test it. And if it's not NSF certified, you don't really even know what you're taking. And then it's the most researched whole food nutritional product in the world. So the clinical research results, I'm not going to go into a lot of details with this, but it helps with support a healthy immune system. We have cardiovascular research. We have all kinds of stuff. So you can see where I love that at 80 days, it significantly decreases DNA damage in your lymphocytes. 2 to 4 months, the butyrate levels are increased, which means better gut health. So that is kind of like the good bacteria in there. And so Juice Plus helps with better gut health. If you want this slide to take a look at it, we do have that. Within 8 months, improved immunity, fewer common colds, symptoms, and sicknesses. And the reason I want to pull that out at 8 months is because Juice Plus is not a quick fix. Okay, we live in a society where we want things now and we want things quickly. We want the Z-Pack where in 5 days we're going to get it. And you heard Lisa's story and you're going to hear Dawn's story. And some people do get results pretty quickly, but we want to set up a realistic expectation that it could take several months for your immune system, your gut, your cognitive health, all that stuff to be impacted because you are healing it with fruits and vegetables. So I'm going to breeze through these. I'm not reading the whole thing. We have, I think it's now, 7 cardiovascular research studies showing that it can help to open up and keep the brachial artery from constricting during a high-fat meal. There's so many different things. If anybody wants specific research, we have all of that we can send to you. But I just want to just briefly cover it so you guys just have a little bit of information of the impact Juice Plus can make on your health. Gut health, these are my 3 favorites. The cardiovascular health. Gut health, again, it's related to your immune system. It's related to the serotonin. So people with anxiety and depression, it's related to your overall wellness. If your gut is unhealthy, it can result in you being fatigued. It can result in autoimmune. It can be, you can have eczema. It can be so many different things on how it presents itself. And then the cognitive function. So I love that Juice Plus actually has research showing that it helps to protect your brain. It helps with the working memory, attention, processing speed. And again, this is an overtime thing. So we have another product, and I don't remember if the slide's in here, but we have another product called Luminate, which is the Juice Plus is more of the long-term keeping your brain healthy. And the Luminate is more of a daily where I take that in the morning and it helps to give me focused productivity. and I can't remember if I have a slide in here for that one. So family health studies. So Juice Plus wants to help the whole family. We do not want it to be where mom, says, oh gosh, I can't afford to get anybody on here. It is where if an adult orders Juice Plus, then you can get your child ages 4 through 25 on Juice Plus for free. With that. And it used to be through 18 years old. They just upped it to 25 years old. And you can see some of the statistic. Kids are eating healthier. They're at the doctor less often. They are on less prescription medicines. There's always benefits when you can get more fruits and vegetables into somebody's body. The shakes, I love the shakes. We have, I thought I had another slide in here and I guess it's not in here. So we have the shakes. The shakes on the left are the complete. Those are more of they can be used like a meal replacement because they have the protein, the carbs, the fiber, the calories, all the macronutrition that can equal a meal. And if you look at some of the ingredients there, I always joke around that try putting all of those into a blender and making it taste good. Well, the company did it and they're amazing. It comes in chocolate, it comes in French vanilla. It does improve gut health. It's got prebiotics and probiotics in there. It is low glycemic, so the sugar and the fiber are 1-to-1. We also have another shake called the Perform. It's a different purpose for that one. It is more for I use the Luminate before I work out, and then I fuel for after my workout with Perform because it is for muscle recovery, muscle growth, bone health, energy. It's kind of like a refueling for after a workout, and it's high protein, 25 grams of protein. And it's awesome. Sometimes I will actually, because if I'm doing it coming back from the gym, I'll mix the Perform with the vanilla with some berries, and it's delicious. Juice Plus Luminate. I did have this in here. So this is amazing. We are getting so many people so excited about this. Some people notice a difference within a day. For me, it took a few days. It took kind of getting into my system. But look at some of the ingredients. We have Alpinia galanga. We have ashwagandha. There's the lion's mane mushroom. There are rhodiola, sage, coffee berries. So there's a little bit of about 80 milligrams of natural caffeine that's coming from the entire berry, not just the processed bean. And it has sustained energy with all natural ingredients, mental clarity, laser sharp focus, elevated mood. I've been hearing from a lot of people, actually 2 of my friends who had lost family members, and they were kind of in just a funk, but it did take a couple of weeks. It took like 2 weeks and they noticed that they were just feeling a little bit better. So, and only 2 grams of sugar. So that's a great one. I say, especially because, if you're a mom, you've got a busy lifestyle, you're working, you've got kids. We have so much going on, right? We're juggling 18 different balls. And so I don't know about you, but a lot of times I kind of feel like I'm squirrel all day long if I'm not taking this. That's how I used to be, where I would start one project and then I'd think of something else and then I'd start that. And then all of a sudden I had 8 things that I was partway through. This helps to focus me and it gets me more productive and I'm able to finish more and I'm sleeping better at night. And I think that comes from where I'm getting stuff done and I'm not going, oh my gosh, I forgot to do this, or, oh, I got to do this. So I am loving it. I took it on vacation with me. I just got back from Phoenix. So Juice Plus, this is the best part, guys. Juice Plus is affordable. If you have gone to the grocery store and bought produce recently, I went and bought 1 apple and I think it was like $1.12 or something like that. So for $2.67 a day, you can get nutrition from 30 different fruits, veggies, and berries. For $3.75 a day, it includes the omega. And then if you can kind of take that and not quite split it in half because kids get the fruits and the vegetables for free, but it's a buy one, get one free with those fruits and vegetables. So what we would love to do, I think that's it for the slides. What we would love to do, this is what I do with people, is if you have health goals, if you have some health concerns, I love hopping on a Zoom with people and let's talk about those to see which of the Juice Plus products is going to be a good fit for you. So Juice Plus is a gift. We kind of see it as a gift with a bow on it that, it's going to help you. This is a gift that's going to help your health. Who doesn't want to feel better? Let me stop sharing my screen. So what we like to do at this point is say, during this presentation, we hope that at the very least you said, okay, I'm eating more fruits and vegetables. I'm going to make it a point to eat more fruits and vegetables, even if you have to make a little chart. You're going to probably find that maybe you do great for about a week or two, and then you're going to find it's hard to sustain. Well, we would love to get you started on Juice Plus, no matter what that looks like, whether it's the fruits, the veggies, berries, omegas, shakes, whatever it is. And then let's say that during this presentation, you thought of people, oh my gosh, my mom, Mary, she has diabetes, or so-and-so has autoimmune. If you thought of people in your family or close friends, you may want to join our community and share with them to help others get healthier as well. Because that was the thing that just got me so excited and still gets me excited almost 20 years later, is helping my friends get healthy. So anyway, that is it for the presentation. I feel like I raced through it and it's a lot of information, but I just wanted to find out what questions anybody might have. Or if anybody, oh, I'm sorry, Dawn, I want Dawn to share just like 2 to 3 minutes because she has an incredible story.
All right. I did have to write it down to kind of put it in perspective because my story can drag on. So I am going to be reading it. In 2009, I was diagnosed with stage 4 terminal colon rectal cancer that had spread to my lungs. So it was a long and difficult journey filled with surgeries, radiation, and chemotherapy. And I was left with numerous health challenges, particularly with my gut, my digestive system. By December of 2021, the situation had worsened. Scar tissue in the remaining part of my colon was constantly inflamed, causing pain and bleeding. My doctor's only recommendation was to have another colostomy bag placed. I had tried countless supplements and was feeling defeated, but I continued my research for alternatives. As I continued my research, one name kept coming up, Juice Plus. It had been studied by respected institutions like St. Jude, Cleveland Clinic, Mayo Clinic, and several of the big universities. And, funny enough, a year earlier, my friend Melina, who's on the call, had introduced me to Juice Plus. But I didn't want to try it. I had had enough with all the supplements and multivitamins and everything else that I had tried at the time. But during that research, I remembered that she did mention that a year earlier. So I was like, what do I have to lose? I figured that I would try it again. I called Melina and she helped me place the order immediately. When I got it in, I was excited to try it. It was my last ditch hope, within just 2 weeks, I felt the difference. It was like the end of a long, dark tunnel. And I knew this was the solution that I had been searching for and praying for. I never needed the colostomy bag because it was scheduled for the February of 2023. I never had it placed. I was not in need of it. Well, I know that everyone's journey is different. I believe wholeheartedly in the power of proper nutrition. And Juice Plus helped me. And I believe it can help others simply by ensuring they get the fruit and vegetables their body needs. I am the picture of a bad gut, and Juice Plus has made a huge difference in my life. And I'm continually getting better and seeing the benefits that I have bridged that gap that I was missing for many years, thinking I was eating enough fruits and vegetables. It was a little rushed, but
It was great. And you're a pretty bad gut.
Yeah, it's such a powerful story. But again, there's very few people that have that kind of story. But gosh, what an impact in your, right? I mean, what an impact in the rest of your life.
Yes, and I have seen it make leaps and bound differences in several of my family members that I have started them on. My mother being the number one. It is definitely it's just unbelievable. It has answered a lot of prayers in my opinion, for me and my family.
Your mom was able to get off of oxygen, yes, I think.
Correct.
Yeah.
And insulin. Yes. She was and she's the main one is that she's no longer carrying around a tank. You
Wow.
know, she's no oxygen. She hasn't had for I guess the last almost a year now that she's been on it.
That's amazing. You know, Juice Plus, we cannot make any claims that we cure and that we do all that. But guys, really what it comes down to is just our bodies are missing that nutrition. You know, multivitamins are not the answer. Juice Plus, because it is powdered fruits and vegetables in a capsule, can help to bridge that gap. I always laugh because when I see a man and I tell him, he goes, good, so I don't have to eat more fruits and veggies. And I'm like, you're missing the point. You don't just take Juice Plus and then not eat fruits and veggies. You still want to try and eat a lot of, you know, fruits and veggies and then take Juice Plus for even more. So,